Welcome back to Music Theory Logic. Andrew here, and today I'm here as my artist alias, my dance music alias, that is D.R.U, or D period R period U period, because today is a very special day. Today is the release date of a song that I've had done for quite a while, but is finally out for you to enjoy. And I'm going to show you the project file and go over some brief concepts and sort of my idea with it. Let's go ahead into the Logic session. So here we are. This is a pretty big session, and hopefully my computer can fully handle this. In essence, this will sound a little bit different if you go and listen to this wherever you listen to music, which I would greatly appreciate. That's because although I do have some subtle limiting or some subtle mastering happening on this, I did my actual mastering on just the WAV file once I exported this. So without further ado, here is the song. This is I Don't Know What to Do, IDK, What to Do, featuring Bailey Jehl by yours truly, D.R.U. Here we go.
Staring at my phone, another picture came up in the roll of your face, and I just lost track. Oh, my mind took me back again to that night we had. I still remember my heart beating fast as you pulled me closer to your chest. I wanna go back to the beginning. Every day that goes by, I think about you. They say time heals all wounds, but I don't know if that's true. 'Cause the second that I wake up without you, it gets harder to move, harder to move. Getting tired of acting like I'm okay. Wish that I could take back all the words I said. I thought I wanted something new, but without you, I don't know what to do.
For whatever reason, it's the first time that plays, the delay is wrong. Let's play it from the drop right here. The delay should be right. There we go. Comes verse 2.
I keep flashing back to all the memories that we had in each place that I go to. Oh, yeah, I see you everywhere around me. I wonder where you are, 'cause you have never felt so damn far. And I can't shake it off when I'm so used to having you right here beside me. Every day that goes by, I think about you. They say time heals all wounds, but I don't know if that's true. 'Cause the second that I wake up without you, it gets harder to move, harder to move. Getting tired of acting like I'm okay. Wish that I could take back all the words I said. I thought I wanted something new, but without you, I don't know what to do.
Cool. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I will admit this one is much more in the pop music direction than a lot of my releases. That was kind of my intention, although I'm not always like a huge fan of pop music. I've always wanted to do something commercial like this, and I really had fun building the drop. It fundamentally, the main sounds started with the guitar. All the guitar I played and recorded. On a side note, Bailey, Jehl, and I met via the site Sound Better. If you're not familiar with Sound Better, you can hire all sorts of people to work on your music, like myself or like Bailey. And I reached out to her with an instrumental that she then sang what you're hearing to and wrote to, I believe. We might have been in touch about lyrics. But she then sent me back dry and wet vocals. I then continued to produce around it. It can be a really great resource for getting all sorts of help. You can get sound design help. You can get somebody to mix your track, all sorts of different things. So some of the music theory stuff, this is in the key of E flat major. E flat major has 3 flats, E flat, B flat, and A flat. Musically speaking, like the harmonic progression is pretty simple on this. We could sum it out to being a 1, 5, 6, 4 chord progression, which I will admit has been used time and time again, but always trying to add my own touch to it. The first chord, instead of just being a major 1 chord, it's a major 9 harmony, created possible by this F natural right there, the second note, which we can call suspended second, but because I also have the third in there, I'm calling it an add 9. Then we are going to, again, the 5 chord, a B flat major. That is a B flat suspended 4th. So the C is on that chord, and then I go up to a D on half note timing. Then I've got a 6 chord, so an F minor chord, or C minor, excuse me. So C, E flat, G, and then again, doing that whole suspension and then resolving on the second half note. I then come down to the third, the G, and then my final chord is an A flat major. That one is just totally typical. The voicing of my chords, when we talk about chords in music, chords are defined as the group of notes in the chord, but the voicing refers to where those notes are. I have this chord voicing changing every 8 measures. So the second time you hear the chord progression, the chords are wider, they're bigger. I also have this bass line that's walking up. Let's see. Cool. So on a side note, I originally wrote a lot of the chords and stuff for this track for a remix contest that was happening on Audius for Kill Paris or Chill Paris, depending upon what he's calling himself now. I did not win that remix contest, and remix contests are so kind of hilarious. Most of the time artists are picking people that they're familiar with, or people on their labels, or people that are their students. So but not to be discouraged, I actually thought it was a great thing because it means that I still owned all the music. I got rid of the samples. I decided I wanted to go in the feature vocalist direction. I arranged it that way, and then really got off to the races. So let's talk about some of the guitar stuff that's happening here. So some of the other instruments, I've got my Op6 going. So that's my Korg synth. It's really subtle, those layers, but if I play just those. Some cool plucks in there. If I add our keyboard. Now there's a slight detune sound. I'm using a bunch of Arturia plugins on this. That gives it really kind of like a sort of pseudo analog feel. I'm using this OBXA preset Beauty Harp. Is that right? Yeah, I guess that is right. Cool. So then I've got some other synth stuff happening. Got an arpeggio layer here. Cool. All of the chords follow the same chord progression that I was playing, or that I already explained. The guitar that is happening, I'm basically finger picking through those guitar chords. That main guitar on its own sounds like this. Now, a lot of the sort of the nuance to this track is really, I guess that would be redundant, but a lot of what is built into this track are really small variations, small sections. But I did everything I possibly know how to do to make this the best song that I possibly could. And so I recorded the guitar dry straight into my computer. I then used this reamp box from Radial Engineering. I then sent that into I think like my DL4 line 6 delay pedal, and then I took the left and right audio and I sent one through my Bogner Alchemist 2x12 and one through my AC30 vintage reissue amp, which my college friend Rodrigo actually gave to me. Still super thankful for that. And so you're getting the sound of two different amplifiers happening at the same time, which are panned left and right, which gives it kind of like its own unique tonal imprint. So I would call this song future bass-ish. That really means like so many different genres. Future bass has kind of come to mean electronic instruments and interesting musicality, not as heavy of drops. And so the main layer that's happening on this, which is once again the main part of the drop, sounds like this. And that is that guitar going through a filter from Arturia, the let's see, I printed those. Let's see what it's called. Arturia, it was the filter M12. So yeah, getting really creative with this. If you have any questions about the track, let me know in the comments. If you want me to do a much more in-depth explanation of any of the sections, let me know. I'm happy to do that. Here is that track. We've got 112 layers in total. I'm glad my computer could handle that. If you find this stuff helpful, you would help me out a lot by subscribing to the channel. I don't always, I cover a lot of things other than just like my artist alias, but I like to cover that stuff when I do have songs coming out. So you would help me out a lot. If you have playlists, add it to the playlist, go check it out. If you hate it, that doesn't hurt my feelings. Music is super personal, and I am really proud of the track regardless of what anyone says. So, and thank you to Bailey. Phenomenal vocals, probably some of the best vocals I've ever had on my own songs and had the opportunity to produce around and mix. So go have some fun. I will see you next time. And thank you. Cheers.